Our group of college friends, always up for a thrill, decided on a weekend escape to Beavis Bava Garden in Sri Lanka. Famous for its serene beauty, it was a perfect spot for laughter and relaxation. When the garden closed, we vowed to return in the morning to explore more. That night, we set up tents by the beach, fired up the barbecue, and watched the stars. The waves hummed in the background, and as the night deepened, stories began, each one eerier than the last. Around 2 a.m., as the others slept, I lay listening to the waves when suddenly, Jude, usually so calm, sat bolt upright. His eyes glowed strangely red, his face twisted in a way I'd never seen. He started shouting, his voice sharp and high-pitched, like a stranger's, even sounding almost feminine. We shook him, asking what was wrong, but he stared through us, unresponsive. Moments later, he collapsed back, silent. We watched him sleep, shaken, until morning light finally arrived. At dawn, we asked Jude if he was okay. He laughed it off, saying he'd had vivid dreams, but nothing more. We weren't convinced, but he seemed normal enough. We spent the day back at Beavis Bava Garden, yet there was an odd heaviness over us. That afternoon, we noticed Jude wandering alone to a distant hill. Concerned, I went to find him. He was silent, staring into the horizon. When I asked why he'd left us, he just shrugged, saying he felt pulled by something. We booked a resort that night, wanting a comfortable place to rest. After dinner, my friend and I sat on the balcony when we saw Jude down by the fence, acting strangely. He was smoking, but he'd never smoked before. He looked different, like a shadow of himself, his face distorted and eyes gleaming in the dim light. We called out, but he didn't respond. He walked toward the house, his body trembling oddly, and suddenly we heard a loud crash from inside. The noise jolted everyone awake. Rushing to Jude, we found him standing, eyes vacant. We asked him what was going on, but he just shook his head, mumbling incoherently. The next morning, when he was calm, we pressed him. Finally, he admitted he'd tried drugs a few weeks before, believing they'd help him with his studies. He thought it was under control, but now he wasn't so sure. Seeing our friend like this, changed, made us all realize how one choice can cloud everything. After our talk, we convinced Jude to reach out to his family for support. We promised to be there for him, reassuring him that we'd help him break free from whatever hold these substances had on him. That weekend left a mark on us all. It was a chilling reminder that sometimes the biggest dangers are the quietest temptations. We left Beavis Bava Garden with memories, yes, but also with a deep respect for life's boundaries and the courage to look out for one another. What began as a fun trip became a reminder. Even the brightest minds can fall prey to dark choices. To anyone reading, remember that no matter how harmless something might seem, its effects can run deep. Stay true to yourself, choose friends who support you, and don't let curiosity lead you into shadows you can't escape. Life's real thrills are in the adventures you can share with a clear heart, surrounded by people who truly care. Hope you enjoy this story. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share.